So the film starts with 1964. A cruise ship is shown in the sea. That ship was quite expensive. And a party is going on that ship, in which some rich people are seen dancing. A little girl, Katie, is also there. Katie was not liking that party at all, and she was getting bored. So she was sitting in one place and solving a word puzzle game. After a while, the sea captain calls Katie to him and starts dancing with her. Then a man is shown in the cabin of the ship who is making a mess. He tampers with the wire code of the ship. Due to this, a thin wire passes through the dance floor and touches the people present there, after which the bodies of all the people dancing there are cut into 2 parts, and all the people die horribly. Only Katie survives because she was short and the wire does not touch her. And Katie gets scared seeing all this, and especially when she sees that the captain dancing with her has also got his face cut. Then the film comes to the present time. A crew team is seen on their tugboat in the sea. This team used to help the ships stranded in the sea and rescue them and take them out safely. They used to get a lot of money for this work. After succeeding in a mission, this crew celebrates a party. There are a total of 6 members in this team, in which one is a woman and the rest are men. They also have a captain, whom everyone considers their leader. The female member of the team is named Apes. One day, a boy, Jack, comes there. He calls himself a weather forecaster, and he says, "I have seen a ship stranded in the sea, and the person who will take that ship to the port will become its owner. And Jack also says that I want 20% of the money they will get from that ship because I have given information about the ship." Then the crew leader talks to his team. At first, everyone refuses to do this work. They say, "We are already engaged in a work." But the leader explains that the goods found from the ship will be divided into 6 parts. Hearing this, everyone agrees. The leader tells Jack, "I will give you not 20%, but 10%. Jack accepts it and says, "But I have one condition, that I will also go with you." The next day, they leave for the sea with their tugboat. When they reach that part, they do not see any ship there. It seemed as if that ship had disappeared. Suddenly, that ship comes in front of their boat. This causes their boat to collide with that ship. However, no one is seriously hurt. This was the same ship in which all the passengers died in 1962. Katie was also on the same ship. The crew leader tells them that this ship had disappeared 40 years ago. Jack and one crew member remain on their tugboat while the rest go aboard to inspect the ship. And on the ship, they find Katie's word puzzle game lying there. It is seen that a demon makes the word welcome from that puzzle, and it seemed as if some invisible power was welcoming them. The crew leader says that the ship has become weak due to rust, so walk carefully. After a while, a crew member starts falling from the break in the side of the ship, but Epps catches him. Then Epps sees Katie standing at the bottom, but she disappears in the blink of an eye. Epps thinks that she might be his imagination. Then they also find a digital watch there, which looks mysterious because at the time of the ship's disappearance, the digital watch was not invented. Seeing this, the leader says that maybe someone must have come here before us. That watch could be his. Then he says that we should wait for a while and take the ship as soon as it is morning. After this, they return to their tugboat. Jack asks the crew leader how this ship would have reached here. The leader tells the story of another ship, which traveled in the sea during the Second World War. All the passengers of that ship suddenly disappeared, but that ship is still seen floating in some sea. Hearing this, everyone thinks it is a joke and does not take it seriously. Then, after some time, Jack asks Epps, "Why are you quiet since you came from that ship?" Epps tells, "I saw a little girl there." So Jack says that it is common to get confused while traveling in the sea. The next day, they see that there is a big hole in the ship. Due to this, the ship was slowly sinking, so they cannot pull it. Then they board the ship and get busy there, where everyone has to face strange incidents. Then Epps goes to the empty swimming pool where the bullet shells were lying. There he sees Katie again. Due to fear, Epps falls in the swimming pool, and his minor injury starts bleeding, and the swimming pool starts absorbing his blood. Then Jack comes there and pulls him out of the swimming pool. When they start leaving from there, they see that the entire swimming pool is filled with blood, and dead bodies are floating in it. Here the leader finds a glass of wine in the captain's cabin. When he tries to drink it, he sees the reflection of the same captain in the mirror, which scares him. A crew member hears the sound of a song. He follows that sound, but he does not find anyone where the sound was coming from. But after some time, he sees the singer who used to sing in the ship party of 1964, who had now become a demon. Then Jack and Epps go to a cabin where they see many corpses in the water. These corpses were several months old and rotten. They immediately get out of there. Then Epps tells Jack, "We cannot stay here even for a second." Then her eyes fall on some wooden boxes kept there. The wooden boxes were filled with gold. Epps calls the rest of her crew there. Everyone is happy to see gold in all 10 boxes. One member says that there is something strange in the ship because the sound of a woman singing is coming, and he also saw a burnt cigarette. But the rest do not take it seriously and consider it a joke, after which the head suggests that we should collect the gold and return to our boat and leave this ship here. But the invisible power of the ship does not want to let them do this. Someone was leaking the gas cylinder of their boat. Katie again appears in front of Epps, but another demon pulls her away. But then their boat explodes due to a gas leak that one of their crew members started. One crew member dies and 2 are injured in the accident. The crew head blames himself because he brought them here, but Epps says the solution is to fix the ship and get out of here. But they have an argument and they separate. The 2 crew members then go to the kitchen to look for food. There they find food that looks delicious, but they find that they are eating insects, and it was no ordinary ship, but a ghost ship that was stranding them. The crew head then begins to see the sea captain, and the 2 have a drink together. Epps then goes to a room to look for Katie. One crew member arrives at a party due to hallucinations, where his dance partner is the female singer whose voice he was hearing. Then Epps sees Katie's hanging skeleton in a cabin, and at the same time, Katie's demon appears in front of Epps, and Katie tells that she was going to her parents in 1964, who are now dead. And on the other hand, the sea captain tells the crew head that they had looted gold from another ship, and only one was left alive. The captain shows a photo, seeing which the head gets scared and surprised. On the other hand, Katie tells Epps that I need many souls so that I can get free from here. But an invisible force pulls Katie and she disappears. However, Katie tells Epps to run away. But here the head crew runs away from there after seeing that photo. But he sees the soul of his dead member, who was burnt. Here the female singer takes that member to a high place, and when he goes near her, he falls and dies. Then Epps looks for his crew leader, but he was still confused and was seeing his dead member in Epps. Then he tries to kill Epps, but Epps saves himself. Everyone thinks that their crew leader has become normal now, so they lock him in an iron cabin so that he can get well. And following Epps's advice, everyone starts repairing the ship. During this time, Epps meets Katie again. And Katie, who is a Holy Spirit, helps Epps and shows him the truth of that night when all this happened. Katie shows that the chef of the ship had mixed poison in the food, due to which many passengers died. And then some members present on the ship did all this. They also shot the people swimming in the swimming pool, so bullet shells were found there. Later, those members also killed each other, and these people killed Katie and hung her body in the cabin. Their aim was to rob the ship, and Epps comes to know that the real culprit is Jack. The captain had given the same photo of Jack to the crew leader, seeing which he got scared. Actually, Jack is not a human, but a ghost. He collects the souls of people and imprisons them. After knowing this, Epps goes to her crew leader, but he was dead because the cabin in which he was locked was filled with water. Then Epps goes to tell another of her companions, but just then Jack comes there. And Epps tells him that she does not know the truth about Jack, but warns her companion to be cautious. After this, Epps goes to find one of her lost companions. He was trapped in the engine room, which was filled with water. And when the engine starts, that companion dies after being cut. Now Jack comes to know that everyone has come to know his truth. He moves to kill another crew member, but that crew member shoots at Jack. That member comes to Epps and says that he has finished off Jack. Then Epps plans to blow up the entire ship, but Jack, taking the form of one of Epps's members, tries to stop her because of the greed for gold, but she does not stop. Then Jack comes in his real identity and says, if she does not destroy the ship, he will leave her, but Epps refuses, after which Jack attacks him, but Epps presses the trigger of the bomb with a gun, which causes a big explosion in the ship, and the ship starts sinking and Katie helps Epps to get out of there. Then Epps sees that all the souls are being released from the ship. Katie thanks Epps and goes to heaven. Then people from another ship see Epps and save him, but Epps sees that Jack is heading towards another ship with boxes of gold. She knows that Jack will try to lure people again, and Epps screams after seeing him, and the film ends here. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, then like, subscribe, and tell your idea in the comment. See you in the next video.